Dave from DNA Reptilia here. It's Expo Day. Welcome back. This is not going to be a talking head video. I'm actually going to be taking the footage that I took from technically yesterday's expo, because I'm editing this on Monday, the day after the expo. I'm going to take footage of that expo and I'm going to sprinkle it around throughout this video, because this video is actually going to show you clips of the very first expo and a couple clips from other expos that they have put together. Granted, they were under a different name at the time, because in the last year they actually changed their name to Scaled Up Expos. This video is to reflect on how Dylan and Brittany from Dab Exotics have grown this community of expos. They started out with just one in a small little place, and it was, he was overly excited at the turnout that they had at that time, and it has just been increasing ever since. The amount of vendors and the number of people through the door, the positive attitudes that everybody's been having. Everybody is working together as a community, and Dylan and Brittany have shoehorned it all to make what Scale Up Expos actually is now. I am headed to the Northern Wisconsin Reptile Expo just outside of Green Bay. It's the first one. It's the first one in the Green Bay area also. I'm headed there a little bit late, but let's see what we find. I actually made it out.
Yeah, it's been crazy in here.
I saw some pictures, so I was like, holy cow.
We were not expecting this, I can tell you that.
That's crazy.
There's been almost 600 people through the door. We were expecting 600 people maybe for the whole day.
And you guys just opened about, what, hour ago?
Hour and 23 minutes ago. It's crazy.
Worse than like a half hour ago.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we were not expecting this.
It's great.
We were already looking for a bigger venue like a month ago, just because of our good response on Facebook. But we wanted to wait until this is over with. That way we can go to another venue and say, hey, this is how many people we had. Give them the whole rundown. But with it being the first year, I really am surprised. Yeah. I definitely think there'll be big things in the future for sure.
Wow, it's been a long time since I've seen that footage that I took of the very first expo at, I think it was the Duck Blind in Green Bay. But little did Dylan know, that was the guy you heard talking just a little bit ago, but little did he know of what this was going to become. Now, let's skip ahead, I think about 9 months or so, to the point where things were happening that people had to wear masks, and I do believe it was just before public events had to start shutting down. So let's skip ahead now to our first expo that we actually started selling animals at. Thanks for coming along for a little run through, and hopefully it'll be a decent turnout. It didn't do a whole lot of advertising, but there's already a line outside. Let's see how the rest of the day goes, shall we? Wow, being at that expo actually selling reptiles was awesome. We felt like we fit in so well. But we're gonna skip ahead a little bit. We're gonna go to Rothschild, Wisconsin on 5/30 of 2021. This time we were on the other side of the table because we weren't producing as many animals as what we had hoped, to be able to vend lots of different shows. But we were the consumers at this show. We actually went to go pick up a couple animals, and we wanted to be on the other side of the table again. It's kind of fun to do that every once in a while. We enjoyed being on the other side of the table for once. Well, again. But we enjoyed that show so much that we plan on, at minimum, doing one Rothschild show vending each year. It is a 2-hour drive, well, hour and a half drive for us. So, but it was worth it. Vending there was worth it. We did 2 shows since that we actually vended. Sorry I didn't do any recordings of them, but they're quite enjoyable. Now, we're going to skip ahead to the first show that they decided to do in Fond du Lac, which is their 3rd location. Yeah, it was, we'll say, the reptile show was very well accepted in that community. That's for sure. A little busy. That one is over 500. I wish I would have had a GoPro set up. This is crazy.
We're over in the other area as well. And they have a bunch of various critters that people can hold and
Like our snakes aren't all like that.
Okay, we are going to run around again, see how busy it is now after, what time is it, 2:30, and the show opened up 11, what time does the show end, 4? We got an hour and a half left of the show. first time in Final Act, the show is doing insane, and I could almost guarantee you it'll be back again. Trust me. So that was my quick run. I gotta get back to my table, and then we'll film the outro later. Now, like I said, that show was crazy busy. It was so hard to get away from the table. You know, I was saying in the video before I actually found out that I'm pretty sure that they were going to have another one, and they did. And they did something that nobody expected. I'm pretty sure at the beginning of 2022, that is when they changed the name from Northern Wisconsin Reptile Expos to Scaled Up Expos. And for the Final Act show, they actually got a new location instead of the hotel exhibition area. They actually are, I do believe, on the fairgrounds. I do believe in one of the halls at the fairgrounds, and there's plenty of room for growth there. It might need it because, as you'll see in this next clip, in the January 2022 Final Act Expo, it also was another crazy expo. Dave from DNA Reptilia. We're at Expo for a year. It's the Final Act Scaled Up Expo, a new location. You already have people waiting over there for a VIP. This is the first show he's doing VIP, so giving a shot for people to get a good chance to get some good deals ahead of time. So big change with this show is it's all one room. Okay, hour and 40 minutes after VIP, 40 minutes after regular show opens, and this is how it's turning out for the main room. And of course, they're still coming in. Now, at that moment, that was the biggest show to date. And so far, I think that first show at that location in Fond du Lac has been the biggest show to this date. But now we're going to skip all the way until just yesterday, which is basically the 3-year anniversary of the Scaled Up Expos. We're going back to Green Bay again. This time it is at the Oneida Casinos Convention Center. And it's been there, I think, 3 times now. This is the 3rd time, and it's going to be there for a while. Let's see how this last weekend show went on. 10 minutes before VIP walks in, we're going to go around for the show. It's a big show today. Just a few things happening. Let's go around. We're helping a friend out. We're sharing some of our table. Our next level display. Oops. Don't need these in here yet. So my photography of the prints. $10 a piece for those. Got those back there for $35. Got Abby's epoxy art. Then we got next level displays. Maker of our display rack, and also they do cages. That's cages. These are new. These are the new ones for the show that they brought. Go 4, 3. I think they're quite affordable. I think they're under $500 a piece. Cages. Got baby racks. FB15 equivalents, the FB18 or the V18 equivalents. These are the V15 equivalents. And you got your F10s. You got your 20s. You got your 40s. I just picked up 3 of these today. And they're sitting at home. They're going to be replacing my sea serpents because of space. As the show progresses, I'll be showing more of the show. They actually advertised this one on the radio this time. 2 different radio stations, a country station and a rock station. So let's see how big of an increase it is this time compared to last time, because they've been bringing in about 1,200 people normally. I'm thinking there's going to be a few more than that. Let's see. Alright, since the show has opened up for about a half hour now to the general public instead of just VIP, we're a little bit bigger. A little bit. Yeah, it's elbow to elbows, we'll say. yesterday's Scaled Up Expo was probably one of their best Green Bay Expos so far, as in number of people through the door. To my understanding, they had over 100 tables for vendors, and they pulled in over 1,500 people through the door. It was... yeah, it was that. Now, if you know who Dylan and Brittany are, please give them a huge pat on the back. What they have done for Central Wisconsin is insane by putting these expos together. Thank you, Dylan and Brittany, for what you have done and will continue to do for the reptile and exotic pet trade. Thanks.